Hello viewers, welcome to my channel IITJ Olympiads and AP Physics with Ambarish, and I wish you all a very happy new year first of all. Today I have brought a problem from nuclear physics from Shashibhushan Tiwari, and I have chosen this problem because some of my students are facing some difficulty solving this one. So let me straight away get into the problem. See, 1000 ml. Okay, there's a misprint in Shashibhushan Tiwari. First of all, instead of 1000 ml they have written 100 ml, and that's while when they have given the answer key, that answer key is according to 1000 ml and not 100 ml. So please make that correction in your books. Okay, so 1000 ml solution of a radioactive material has activity A naught. Okay, the solution is kept in a container and is diluted by adding water at a constant rate of 100 ml per second. So let's say this is the container, and it has got 1000 ml of some radioactive solution whose activity is A naught. At the initial moment, this activity is A naught, and what we are doing, we are continuously adding water to it, and that water is being added at a rate of 100 ml per second. At the same time, we are also draining out the solution, which is 20 milliliter per second. So of course this is pure water that is being added, while this is obviously radioactive solution that is coming out. Okay, so what we are doing is, from a small hole in the container, 20 milliliter per second of solution is taken out. Okay, so we are taking out the solution from here. Okay, find the activity of 100 milliliter of solution that is taken out in 5 seconds. So obviously in 5 seconds 100 ml will be out in this bowl, and we have to find the activity of the solution in the bowl. Okay, assume that the half life of the radioactive material is very large and that the solution always remains homogeneous. Okay, so we can assume this, that half life is very large. Okay, so what consequences does that have? I leave that to you, but this is an important statement, that let me tell you that half life is very large. Okay, so if you want, you can give it a try, and I'll get into my solution right away. Okay, so let's see, without much ado, I'll get into my solution. Okay. So what's the concept here? Since the half-life is very long, it can be assumed that number of radioactive nuclei remains almost constant, and therefore initial activity must be the sum of activities of the samples in the container and the bowl. So how to understand this? Let us say half-life is, let us say, 10 to the power 23 years. Let us say normally uranium has, I think, something like 10 to the power 8 years or 7 years, but just for argument's sake, let's say half-life is about 10 to the power 23 years. Then you can safely assume that whatever is the activity at t equal to 0 seconds, so the total activity at t is equal to 5 seconds should still be the same. I'm not talking about activity of the container itself, but the total activity, that is, since the total number of radioactive nuclei is almost same, so activity of the container plus activity of the bowl, the sum of these two activities must be equal to the initial activity. Why? Because total number of radioactive nuclei is almost same. So that's what I mean here. Since half-life is very long, it can be assumed that number of radioactive nuclei remains almost constant there. Therefore, the initial activity must be the sum of activities of the samples of the sample in the container and the sample in the bowl. So how will we find the activity of the bowl? We shall find the activity of the sample in the bowl by subtracting the activity of the sample in the container from the initial activity. So that's perfectly legitimate way, right? So because sum of these two activities same, so activity of this is initial activity minus activity of the container. It turns out that calculation method is a bit easier. That's why I'm doing it that way. Okay, now let n naught be the initial number of radioactive nuclei, and let capital N be the instantaneous number of nuclei in the container at general T. How have I defined? N naught is the initial number of radioactive nuclei in the container. Here, let us say initially there were n naught. Okay, and at some instant t, let's say this instantaneous number is capital N naught and capital N. I hope you got the meanings. Okay, in the container at a general time t. Now amount of liquid in the container at a general time, how much will be the amount of liquid here? See, initial was 1000 ml, and in t time here it comes 100 t ml comes here, and 22 ml is drained out. 20 ml is 20 into t, this much is drained out. So what is the total amount of solution here? That is 1000 ml plus 100 t minus 20 t. Okay, so that's what I've written. So volume in the container is 1000 plus 100T minus 20T, that is 1000 plus 80T milliliter. Okay. Now concentration of radioactive nuclei at a general time will be what? So C will be what? In terms of number of radioactive particles per milliliter. So capital N is the total number of radioactive nuclei instantaneous divided by total volume of the solution, right? So this much particles per milliliter. Okay. Now in a time dt, how much volume is lost? So since we are draining out at 20 ml per second, so volume lost, I mean here by volume lost I mean the volume that goes into the container, into the bowl, that will be 20 dt, right? So concentration into volume, right? So that is n upon 1000 plus 80T into 20 dt. So this much solution is going out. So these many radioactive particles are being lost. So for container, the instantaneous number will be negative, right? The change in instantaneous number will be negative because some particles have gone. Therefore there is a negative sign over here. Okay. So this is the number of particles lost in time dt, right? Now we can easily separate the variables and integrate. So what can I do? I can take this n over here and integrate this variable separable equation. So here also we get a log, and here also we'll get a log, and so log of n by n naught comes out to be log of 25 upon 25 plus 2t whole to the power 1 by 4. And and you also know that activity is directly proportional to number of radioactive nuclei, right? So activity of the container at general time t divided by initial activity will be equal to number of nuclei at general t divided by initial number of nuclei, right? And that is simply 25 upon 25 plus 2t whole to the power 1 by 4. And now I just need to substitute for time, that is t was 2 seconds, right? So you take a naught over here and you can write activity at a general time t and then put the value of t as 2 seconds. T as 5 seconds. So if you put t as 5 seconds, this becomes 25 divided by 25 plus 10, that is 25 by 35, and which is nothing but 5 by 7, right? So this is activity of the container. Okay, so a naught 1 minus 25 by 35 whole to the power 1 by 4. Okay, yeah, sorry, this is activity of the container. So activity of the bowl will be a naught minus activity of the container. So I'm sorry, I hope you followed the logic correctly. So this is the activity of the container that we had found. So if you subtract a naught minus this a, this comes to be the activity of the bowl. And now you just put t is equal to 5 seconds and then simplify. So this becomes 25 by 35 and whole to the power 1 by 4, and this is 5 by 7, right? So this is the final answer that we get. So that's my analysis for this problem number 48 from nuclear physics, Shashi Bhushan Tiwari. I hope you enjoyed the analysis, and if you enjoyed the analysis, please do give it a thumbs up, and please share my video as much as possible through various WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, Discord servers, or whatever social media that you might be using for networking with your fellow students. And most importantly, yeah, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, because that's what keeps me motivated to do a newer video every day. And thanks a lot for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. And as always, God bless you all. Thank you.